So, the new MacBook Pro with M1 chipset. It's the most efficient laptop out there in my opinion, and I am very curious to test it out. I have here a power meter, and we will run today World of Warcraft, a game that natively supports the M1 chipset. I'm already in the game for around 20 minutes, but it doesn't want to heat up. That's a very good problem to have. So I have a few apps that help me monitor the temperature and the resources of this laptop. We see here that the CPU is at around 41 degrees Celsius and the fan is at 0 RPM, so the fan doesn't start. CPU is used around 19% at the moment, and the RAM is actually fairly used, but I think is a lot of cache, yeah. GPU is utilized 51%. And yeah, we can see here that the World of Warcraft app is universal, so it's not Intel. Universal means that it will run both on the M1 chipset and on the Intel. And here we are in the game. So you can see it runs very nice. It runs at 60 FPS, and we can quickly have a look here. Yeah, so you see frame rate is very nice. Now let's go into the settings to show you what settings I'm running this on. So here you can see the resolution is not up to the native resolution of the display, but this is because I have not noticed any major change when ramping up the resolution, because this is a 13-inch display. Even macOS system doesn't run at the native resolution of this screen. And you see most of the effects are set to good, and texture resolution is set to high. These settings I think are very nice. And if we go here on the power meter, we can see that the laptop is drawing around 7.4 watts. This is very low wattage. I have my Razer Blade Stealth, which is also a power efficient laptop, let's say, because it's also very thin, and when gaming it uses at least 45 watts. This one uses only 7 watts. That's amazing, yeah. And of course my battery is at 100%. This is why I can say that the MacBook Pro will take all the power it needs from the charger, and that's how I can measure exactly the power consumption of the laptop itself. If the battery would not be at 100%, we would see here a bigger wattage, because it will charge the battery at the same time. Let's also quickly measure the temperature. I'm always measuring in this area because this is the hottest point, and we can see we have around 36 degrees Celsius or 97 degrees Fahrenheit. This is basically the temperature that the laptop is normally sitting in. Normally, if it gets up to 50 degrees Celsius, the fan will ramp up to the minimum speed, which is 1200 RPMs, and you cannot hear that. But I see here with these settings, the fan doesn't even need to ramp up, and as you see, the machine also doesn't get hot. This low power consumption is great news for everybody, but I'm most excited for the people that have this travel life, van life style. They maybe used solar panels and so on. I think this is the perfect machine for that one, especially if you're also a YouTuber and you want to edit videos with editing GH5 footage, 100 megabits per second, 4K or 4K 60. This machine basically doesn't even start the fans. The only place where I've seen the MacBook starting the fans is when editing HDR footage, and also in that place it doesn't ramp up the fans. Let's say it only starts them, and yeah, it keeps it cool. Because this machine runs so efficiently, I will probably do some more testing. But for now, thanks for watching, and till next time, have a good one.